Hey everyone, today we've got another unboxing for you all. This should be the UMi X1 Pro. So let's open it up. So this was sent to us last week by Chinese reseller Ant-E-Life, who are also offering a $10 discount to all GizChina readers. I'll leave the details for that in the description below. So let's open up the packaging. Let's take a look at the UMi X1 Pro. So this is the latest version of the UMi X1. The original launched a few years ago with a dual-core MT6577 processor. Then it was re-released last year with a quad-core processor, and here it is again as the UMi X1 Pro. So that's it. That's the UMi X1 Pro packaging. So it's a quad-core processor. It's a WCDMA and GSM smartphone. We'll go through the full specs in a moment. Let me just adjust this so we can get the full box in. There we go, that's a bit better. So the packaging is very similar to a Meizu box, and it's also very similar to the original UMi X2 packaging. We slide it out. UMi X1 opens up like a box, and there it is. Very simple, nothing much to it. We've got the specs on the back. Dimensions spelt incorrectly, which is a bit of a shame. 137 by 68 by 8.9 millimeters. It's got a 4.7 inch HD display, so that's 1280 by 720. It's an OGS panel, and what that means, it's a slimmer panel, and it also gives you better viewing angles. 1.3 GHz quad-core processor. It's a Mediatek MT6582. 1 GB of RAM, 4 GB of memory. 8 megapixel rear camera, 2 megapixel front, got a 2100 mAh battery, and we've got GSM 850, 900, 1800, 1900, and 3G WCDMA 900 and 2100. So nothing really stands out there. We've got Bluetooth 4.0, GPS, light sensor, compass, accelerometer, 3G, Wi-Fi, dual SIM, and an FM radio as well. Let's take a look what's in the packet. So here is the USB data cable and a regular plug and the phone itself. So I just pop the phone out. We've also got a screen protector there in case you want to use that, and the UMi X1 Pro. Let's slide this out. Alright, so that's it. That's the UMi X1 Pro. The back of the phone has got the same sort of holographic grid pattern as the UMi Cross. It's a very smart looking grid, like holographic panel on there. Got a external speaker, the Pro and the X1 logos. Got a single LED flash. Now this is the first time I've held the UMi X1 in my hand, and already I dislike the camera. Look at that. It sticks out from the body. There's no plastic molding around there. I'm going to take some photos of that to show you. It's just a metal ring sticking out from the back. That is prime for catching on things, getting knocked around. That's a big no for me, that one. It looks like a coin has been stuck on the back of the phone. So that's a huge shame there. Anyway, so the body wraps around to the front, similar to the Huawei Ascend P6 designs and a few other phones that we've been seeing. We've got that front 720p display here with OGS panel. We've got this protective sticker on here. I'll just pull that off so we can get a better look at this display. This is not a screen film. This is just something that they put on there to protect it while shipping. So there's the screen. We've got a power button on the right hand side, volume rocker on the left, nothing along the bottom, and we've got the USB and the 3.5mm headphone jack in the top. Front facing camera there. It's quite a weighty phone. It's not light. That actually gives it some, it feels quite nice in the hand. It feels quite you know, substantial. It's not super lightweight, it's not super heavy, but it feels nice in the hand. Bezels are quite thick. You'll see that in a moment when I turn the power on. We've got capacitive buttons along the chin here, and the plastic wraps around to the front. It's almost a seamless transition from here to the screen. You can feel a bit of a lip there. and we've got a microphone here for your phone calls. You can pull the back off on the X1 Pro. There's no NFC in there. Take the battery out. So this is a should be a 2100 mAh battery, and UMi always put this little bit of tape on the power there to stop the battery being drained. Also, we've got a space for a two SIM cards. One's a micro SIM and one's a regular SIM, and we've got a space there for a micro SD card as well. Let's pop the battery in. No NFC on this, so you know, UMi are after the same sort of market as the iNew V3. Already, you know, we can see a few similarities between the phones. We've got similar specs, similar sizes, but this hasn't got NFC, whereas the iNew has. And the UMi X1 Pro only has an 8 megapixel camera, whereas the iNew has a 13. Also, the iNew, I have to say, looks much better. It's a much nicer looking phone, especially this silly coin thing on the back. Okay, let's power it up, see what it looks like turned on. If there's power, yeah, there we go. So the power, the UMi X1 is turning on now. Should be running Android 4.2.2, and you know, as this is a Mediatek phone. So there we go, we've got our lock screen there. There's no SIM cards inside, and you can see it, the bezels on this are really quite thick. So, you know, you're not benefiting. I mean, the screen itself isn't a huge screen, but with these thick bezels and the overall width of the phone, the screen looks really small on the UMi X1 Pro. And also here, not only do we have the chin area here for the capacitive buttons, but then we've got this additional part of chin, you know, with the holographic panel on here. It just looks, I mean, it just makes the screen look absolutely tiny. I think you can, just the design alone, I think you can all gather my opinion of this phone up to now. The screen itself does look really nice. It's really nice and clear. Great viewing angles. It's quite nice. Let's see if we can turn this up any. Where am I? Brightness, there you go. Let's turn that up, there you go, that's a bit better. So the screen is nice, it's got some really good viewing angles, it's nice and bright, it's nice and responsive. The MT6582 processor and 1GB of RAM, they always, though that combination isn't a super high spec, but they do always perform very well. And flicking through here, it's nice and rapid, that's nice. Let's see what else we can do in here. Let's have a look at these settings to see what details we can find out about the phone. Oops. There we go. About the phone. Android 4.2.2. UMi X1 Pro there. Let's just go out of here. I did notice a gesture controls, gesture sensing. So we can turn gesture sensing on. Let's see what that does. MMS smart call in the message interface, pick up the phone to your face to, okay, so this is all, actually when you read this, if you choose to buy one of these, you will see that there's lots of Chinglish in here, basically English spelled incorrectly. So we've got contact instead of contact. So if we lift this up, when we get a phone call, the light sensor here will automatically sense that it's near your face and the call will be answered. We've got flip mute too, so again, if you don't want the call, you just flip the phone over and that'll mute the phone call. Let's see what else. It's interesting that the UMi X1 Pro has been sent to us, and it's got Google Google Maps in here, Google settings. You've got your Google services already built in, so you don't need to worry about routing it. You've got the Play Store there as well. Let's take a look at this 8 megapixel rear camera. So there's the front facing camera, hello. Let's stick the rear facing camera on. So nice and fast, it turns around nice and quickly. Let's take a picture of my knife. Oh, not particularly fast at catching photos, there we go. Maybe it needs warming up, get the valves running. Nope, burst mode isn't on. It seems to me that the screen isn't quite registering my touches very well. So I mean, this is just a first impressions and unboxing, but up to now, I think you can already tell that I'm a little bit disappointed with the UMi X1 Pro. The screen, just then in the camera, especially around this bottom area, seems to be a little bit unresponsive. The screen itself looks tiny on this huge body with these massive bezels front on both the left and the right, and the top and the bottom. The design, although feels very nice, the back panel is really nice and smooth and very, very comfortable. And when you're turning around, I like this feeling here. That's nice. But I really dislike this. This looks cheap, really cheap and nasty. Maybe you can't see it so well in the video, but I'm going to take some photos of that and you'll see what I mean. It just looks unfinished. So anyway, this is the UMi X1 Pro unboxing, first hands-on, first impressions. It's $119.99, so it is a cheap phone. It should perform very well, but we'll run benchmarks to see and we'll do some testing. Specification-wise, it's pretty good. It's not quite on par with the iNew V3, but it is cheaper. Design-wise, it's nowhere near as nice as the iNew V3, but $119.99 with the $10 discount from Ant eLife. You know, you could make it work. I mean, I'm just being niddly about the design. It might not bother you so much, but for $119.99, okay, it's doable. But you know, shop around and you could probably find something much nicer looking. Got to bear in mind that very soon Jiayu will be launching the G2F WCDMA. Prices of that have got to be around the same, possibly a little bit cheaper, and I think that's a better looking phone. Anyway, so that's it. That's our unboxing, first impressions of the UMi X1 Pro. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you all soon. Goodbye.